check us out over here at the channel. And we are talking about the big stories that's going on today. So welcome back to the channel. What's good? Yo, we got Chauncey Billups. We got this other NBA legend right here playing in the NBA, and they basically have ruined their little names and their careers and everything going on with themselves because of gambling, which is obviously a big thing in the world today. Everybody's a freaking gambler. What the hell is that behind me? Oh, it must be a shadow or something. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming to check me out over here at the channel. I guess it's forcing me to get way into the sunlight. But anyway, as you can see from the news that's been going on, Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and another guy have been locked up for what they've done in the NBA. They basically are millionaires and people who've been making massive amount of money in the NBA for decades, and then they messed around and got involved with some gangsters, the real mafioso, the real mob. They got involved with them, and now their situation is really humbug, and they're gonna probably go into jail for what they've done. And what they've done is basically just get in bed with some people who are like not stellar, you know, and they're millionaires. So you would assume that they would be around people who are up to par. But they didn't do that. They got around people who are basically doing criminal activity, and now they're going to be going down for their connection with those folks. And because you can see in the news, they're claiming that these people are like mafioso. And so to me, it's like, what the fuck would a mafia guy be doing with an NBA player? And then how could they convince these NBA players to stay on tune, stay in, lock in? Because these guys gonna have short attention spans. They ain't gonna be wanting to follow all the stuff that they telling them to do. And these guys is not seeming like somebody who's smart enough to follow all of the shit that you would have to do. But from the news, these guys had some kind of, I guess you can call it like they was doing scams, if you will, and having some kind of like 007 type people things with them, and they were going out there getting people to mess with them as far as gambling with them. So if you're an NBA player and people coming to gamble, then you can use that as a selling point. Like, yo, I got these NBA players up in here. Well, really? Damn, shit, I would love to gamble with them. Well, what, you want to see if they'll gamble with you? And the guy's like, yeah, see if they'll gamble with me. And now you go sit down at the table and you gambling with the NBA players the whole time. They're sneaking the your information. They knowing what you dropping on the table. They got glasses on. They got ring cameras. They got damn near infrared shit coming through the table or whatever, so that they can actually see exactly what the players are doing. So it's making them look like, you know, they some good players, but the whole time, you good at it. So you like, how the fuck did he beat me? You know what I'm saying? But the real deal is that the basketball players are being controlled by the gangsters, the street, the mob bosses, and they told them to do this, and they getting a cut. So they know that these guys ain't gangsters. They know that they're not tough, but they not smart either, because you're not even supposed to be doing no shit like that. You're supposed to run from that, because you know there's gonna be jail for you if you get caught, and you ain't nothing but an NBA player. Like, you not a gangster, so you don't really want to be sitting your ass in jail. But they not the smartest dudes, because they still did it, and it's like, what is you thinking? Well, dude, what was you fucking thinking, man? So now they going to jail. So now it's all over the news, NBA, and you don't hear nothing about those actual mob people who they was doing work with. Like, there's no names being involved. They using these celebrities as the fall guys, and I guess the celebrities couldn't see that coming either. Like, you gonna be the fall guy. Like, you the one with the name. Like, nobody knows nobody else but you, and they couldn't see that. So now they sitting up dealing with crime and dealing with going to jail, and it's really kind of fucked up for them, because they're not the smartest ones in the room. And you got to really have a little bit of smarts. I guess that's really what it comes down to. Like, you got to have some kind of smarts, man. But you know what it is? When you getting paid at a certain level and then you see that dwindling, like you see your bank account looking different now. It's like it's not the same no more. Like, you're not getting that check like that no more. And you sitting back like, damn, man, like, I'm used to getting $200,000 checks. These last three checks been 20,000 a piece. Like, I can't do this, man. Like, I got my car note, I got a boat, I got like 3 mansions. Like, I can't. I need to get more money. Then somebody come to you and be like, yo, you know what the hustle is now. You thinking like, what? What's the hustle, man? You got to invest in these, and they come and set up a gambling thing, and then they come, and then you sit back, and then you at least get paid. You like, oh shit, well, get me in contact with them. and you willing to take the chance. And this is where they made their biggest mistake, because the people you taking a chance with is the actual mob. They the actual mafia, so they have nothing to lose, and they can easily pay for that name not to be in nothing, because when they say the mob, they're not just saying three guys; they saying the mob family. So these people have been mafia bosses for centuries and decades, and it's like you up in there now running with them, and you just been a basketball player hooper. You know what I'm saying? You got your money from jumping up and down in the courtroom and the basketball court. So they're not the smartest dudes in the room. So I just kept thinking about how unsmart they are to even be wanting to be dealing with some mob bosses. Because think about this. You grew up in your neighborhood, right? You from whatever neighborhood, some city. Let's say Miami, let's say Detroit, let's say, Kansas. And in this town you from, you grew up around your hood. You grew up around your cousin, you grew up around your bros, you grew up around niggas that look just like you. But your family done told you since you was a kid, don't fuck with them. Do not be around them. Do not mess with them. They're going to be trouble. They're going to get you in trouble. Look, if that's your nephew, that's your cousin, that's your friend from school, get away from them, because them niggas is going to get you locked up. They're going to have you in trouble. And you sitting back like, okay, cool. I can't come to the party. I can't go. And God forbid you do go to a party with some of your friends or family and somebody gets shot, or you get shot, or you get robbed, or you get jumped, and then you're supposed to be some person that's going to go off and be in the NBA, or you following your career, or you're going to go off to college somewhere, and then something happened. Now everybody looking at that family member like, you damn dummy. Man, why the fuck did you do that to Tony? Tony about to be somebody. You a fucking bum. Leave Tony alone. When he come in town, don't fuck with him, you fucking idiot. And you sitting back like, damn, I didn't mean for that. I didn't know no shit was gonna happen. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. We went to the party and then I didn't know. And then everybody looking at you back in the somewhere in the damn bar drinking and shit to yourself like, I didn't know this shit was gonna happen, man. God damn. But this don't happen to those NBA players, because they be kind of cut to the side. They get to go to school. They don't have to worry about paying for education and all that shit and getting good grades. They just let them slide through. So now you're up in the NBA. You get millions of dollars. You paid now. You don't worry about having to go over Tony crib and your bad cousin neighborhood, because you could just be like, y'all come to my mansion. Come out here to the mansion. We kicking it out here. So your life is different. So then you would wonder, how would you go deal with some mob boss gangsters? Like, if you won't deal with the gangsters, the Crips and the Bloods from your neighborhood, what would convince you to go hook up with the mob gangsters who been on TV? They got mob movies, The Godfather. Ain't no movie got called Junebug. Ain't no movie called Man Man, where your homies talk show where he was taking down the neighborhood gangster or whatever, or running some construction company that owned 5 buildings in the neighborhood. You don't do shit like that. But these niggas get all the money and then they go hook up with some white people just because they got some fancy suits on or whatever the fuck they got going on. And then they jump in the mix with them, not knowing that you're going to go straight for prison as soon as this shit get uncovered. Or not knowing that these people could be literally working for the feds just to be your friend, just to be kicking it with you. They can literally be working for the police and be like, look, this is a dumb nigga right here. Yeah, he already said he's already lined up. He's mad because he owes this money. He got child support and all this, so I convinced him he'll be paid by Friday. So they like, okay, make about 5 or 6 runs with him, and then we'll make sure we got a case on him. They're dumb. That's why I'm saying you NBA dumb. Because you're not even smart enough to see it's a play on you. You think you playing on these people. They give you some fucking glasses now. The glasses, you can see through the glasses. The glasses can see through the cards when they laying on the table. So now you can just report back, or they take a recording of the fucking glasses to the recording the glasses back to the people who watching them, the mob bosses. And the whole time you sliding through. You ain't did no wrong. You smooth. You like, good, I got through this one. And you waiting on your money to come. But the whole time, now you finna be a federal goddamn prisoner, and you gonna have to tell. Because you imagine being a basketball player where your bathroom is bigger than most people's kitchens, to now your bathroom is your kitchen, because you gotta take your food and keep it cold inside the toilet. These niggas been running up and down the NBA basketball court, standing in locker rooms. Now they standing in motherfucking jail cells, and the motherfuckers in the cell talking about some, hey, I know you only been here for 6 hours, but you're gonna have to choose what gang you wanna be in. And you like, damn, this your 3rd time asking me about gangs, nigga. I just been in jail fucking 6 hours. I don't know how long I've been here. This is the first day. Well, I'm letting you know because it's about to be a gang war, and they about to pass out knives, and you're gonna need one. And you like, what the fuck? I just been a fucking gang war. I don't know, man. I can't choose. I can't choose. So anyway, you fuck around and say, I'm gonna be a blood, and they be like, okay, cool. Go over there by the Bloods, and there's about 8 guys over there. You thinking like, what the fuck? I thought it was a gang war. That's all it is. 8 of us? Like, yeah, that's all. You should have chose Crip, man. That was a mistake. So here go your knife. You like a knife? Goddamn. Well, you supposed to keep it up your butt. So that's the only way you make it through this place. And you like, oh my God, I can't fucking believe it. I'm supposed to keep it where? So this is what I'm trying to tell you that these guys got to face now. But he was able to bond out. Chauncey Billups was able to bond out. So he got that $1 million money. They gave him an easy bond. So he was able to walk out the jail. But we know that it's not going to be no easy dance for them. You about to see if it's going to be an actual crime that they have to walk down, if they're going to actually be criminals and locked up for actually being how would you say, a criminal, a gangster. You know what I'm saying? So now we'll see what's going to happen with them, if they're going to actually be popped off, or, they're going to slide through. But I think they're going to snitch. I think they're going to snitch. I said, you got two choices. You either get to go in there and say, I was scared for my life, or you get to go in that motherfucker and say, I have an addiction to gambling and I can't stop. That's going to be all they got right there. So we'll see how that play out, man. Thank y'all for watching this video. I'm going to make sure I put the playlist and connect it to this. We had the sun beaming on that beautiful melanin today, and it was a great day. So I'll see y'all in a minute with a new video. You watching Conversationally Funny, and we'll be right back with a new topic. Peace.